What's up, Six Pack Shortcuts family? We're actually here to debunk 3 common myths that you might have fallen into in your fitness journey. What's up, everybody? It's Johnny, and I'm here with one of our newest trainers. This is Connor Murphy. Connor, glad to have you here, man. Very
Good
nice
to be here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited for you. So why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself?
All right, man. Well, I'm Connor Murphy. I'm a college student, also a fitness YouTuber. I like to do fun stuff, make fitness entertaining, go out, take my shirt off in front of girls, stuff like that.
First, we want to talk about a couple things, a couple myths, some things that you may have heard of, and I'm sure Connor heard of, and that's things that can detract or prevent you from building muscle or losing fat. Specifically, first I want to talk about is protein.
Right.
I heard this way back when, especially when I was a teenager and I was flipping through Flex magazine. I saw all these ads for protein powders and protein shakes, and that's what I thought. I was like, man, well, if I want to get big, I'm just going to eat 3 or 4 shakes a day, just chicken and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just overdoing it, and that's not the key. The reason being because your body can only absorb so much protein. For the average person who's trying to gain mass, you want to be in a target of between about 0.8 grams per pound of body weight up to about 1.5 grams at the most.
So yeah, a lot of times when you're getting too much protein, it takes the place of other macronutrients like carbohydrates, right? Mm-hmm. So carbohydrates are the main source of energy for your workouts.
Number one.
Yeah. So if you're not getting enough carbohydrates, your workouts are gonna suffer. Your glycogen levels are gonna be depleted, right?
Yep.
You're gonna be looking pretty flat.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Carbohydrates is the number 1 source. Fats, dietary fats, the number 2 source for energy in your body. Protein can be used as an energy source in your body, but it's kind of a last resort. So if you don't have that proper macronutrient ratio like he was talking about, that's going to be the mix that you're going to need in order to add muscle the right way without adding too much fat and making your workout suffer from cutting out the other macros.
Right, if you're getting too much protein and not enough fat, it's actually going to hurt your gains because you need fat to have healthy testosterone levels, right?
Exactly.
All right, so there's another common myth I hear all the time, and it's, Connor, I need to be lifting super heavy weights in order to gain size. I don't think that's true. Why don't you tell me about that, Jonny?
Yeah, I mean, I hear that all the time, and that was actually kind of what a thought process I had probably 4 or 5 years ago. And you see in the guys in the magazines, especially the professional bodybuilders, they're lifting crazy heavy weights. Right. Well, there's a reason they can lift those crazy heavy weights, because they're professional bodybuilders and they're gigantic. It's not necessary for a guy like Connor or a guy like myself to have to come in and lift 3 or 4 times your body weight, because that's going to increase your risk of injury. That's really not going to add any more muscle mass, and you're going to lose your form and your mind-muscle connection. Yeah, you load up a bunch of weight on the bar, you get under the bar and you're all hyped up, you completely forget everything. I mean, Everything falls out. So all that goes out the window, and you're just worried about not dying.
Yeah.
So that's another myth that we wanted to bust, is you do not have to go heavy. You want to target rep ranges anywhere from 8 to about 15 reps. If you're trying to add muscle, any more reps than that, that's really kind of endurance training. It's not going to be so conducive to adding mass. The next thing I want to talk about, an excuse that I hear a lot, is that, I'm sure you've heard this, man, I don't have the bone structure, or my genetics are preventing me from building muscle. So what do you think about that?
And I think all the time people confuse poor diet and training execution for bad genetics, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So a lot of people call themselves hard gainers, but it's simply the laws of thermodynamics, right? If you're eating in a surplus, you're going to gain weight. And then if your diet is in check and your training is on check, a lot of that weight is going to be muscle.
Exactly. It's a really common misconception that, my genetics are not going to allow me, and when in fact it's just, like he said, poor diet, poor lifestyle choices, not working out hard. And so to recap on what we talked about, the 3 common myths: you don't need to be eating gigantic amounts of protein in order to add muscle. You do not need to be lifting crazy heavy in order to gain muscle. Mm-hmm. And you also do not have to have some amazing frame, some gigantic frame. You don't have to be super tall and look like Captain America like this guy here in order to add muscle. Anybody can. It's just a common myth, and we just don't want you guys to fall into that pit and second guess yourselves.
So yeah, guys, I fell into all these myths when I was younger, all right? I thought I had bad genetics. I just tried to get in as much protein as I can. I was seriously drinking 1 gallon of milk every day when I was younger. All right, that's ridiculous, guys. That really only hurt my gains.
Yeah. All right, guys, hopefully we just busted 3 myths for you guys, and hopefully you're gonna take that and apply that to your training to help you out. Connor, thanks so much, brother. Appreciate you having me here. We're gonna have him a lot more on the channel.
Don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to our channel, like our Facebook page, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys next time.
From boy Connor, boy Johnny with Six Pack Shortcuts. We'll see you later.